Welcome to South Harmon. Welcome to South Harmon. Hey, welcome to South Harmon. We glad you here today. Another AMA. Ask me anything. Super chat is cool if you wanna pay to play. Like and subscribe, that's what we really appreciate. Let me introduce you to the tear down king. Mike McNutted, ask your questions, he'll answer anything. ATM, you know I don't put them graphics on the screen. Glad you tapped in now, stay tapped in for the team. Hey, everything is posted. Go follow the socials. South Harmon FF tag us if we get noticed. Welcome to South Harmon, we glad you here today. Welcome to South Harmon, we glad you here today. Another AMA. Welcome to South Harmon, we glad you here today.
What's good, everybody? Welcome back in to Wednesday Night AMA. So glad you could join us. And just so you know, what is good? It's Jaden fucking Daniels. That dude. Don't say I didn't tell you so, because I fucking told you many times.
Talk your talk, Mike. This is a talk your talk moment, man. Talk it. I got a jersey coming from Nick, and I can pick any one. I think I got to get J-Day, bro. I think I do.
Dude, make him make the custom one too, like the black one.
Dude, so I was actually looking at it.
Like the $200 one. Make him pay for that shit.
There's a $370 one. It's the only one you can get on the black one. It's like the actual form fitted one to the jerseys.
Oh yeah.
But like
not the Garrett Wilson sleeves.
But like the thing is, dude, you put it like that on me, it's gonna look crazy. It's that cut off jersey with like I'm gonna look scrawny as fuck in that thing, buddy.
Now you'd be fine, man. You can fit in a medium. But
that being said, it's not out of the realm of possibilities that I asked for it. We'll see what Nick says, but I'll tell you this much: I'm getting a Jaden Daniels jersey, buddy. I'm in. It's only 3 games, but I don't listen. Obviously, there's worse days ahead. It has to be because he's been fucking amazing. But, like, what do you want? This guy's been amazing.
QB2. Through 3 weeks, Adam. Through 3 fucking weeks. My bold prediction started out as a QB1.
Not just fantasy, because obviously in fantasy he's gold in fantasy. But I think the moment in which he played versus Cincy, obviously they're 0-3, but, like, I'm not going to put any big plays. Lightness on that moment, man. That was massive for that kid in that time. That team is just... Energy. All they do is they don't do anything but score every time, too. They just score.
Who needs to punt?
Maybe they get rid of the punter. They don't even need to dress him, you know?
Fuck it, man. Free up a roster spot. I mean, it's like Dynasty.
With Eckler being hurt, you need a running back and a returner now, so maybe they just get rid of the punter for a week or two, you know?
Yeah, fuck him. He'll be all right. We'll be good. Still going to need that kicker, though, to kick all them extra points.
Well, maybe they just go for 2. I mean, they don't ever get stopped, so... I'm with you, though. But listen, the quarterback position is a massive L, but in that moment of all that, Jaden Daniels is one of the guys that, like, Mike, the only one that's beating him, and it's not by crazy amounts, but it's still obviously quite a bit, is Josh Allen. I mean, how's that for wake up and smell the Jaden Daniels fucking haters 3 weeks in?
Love it. Love it.
Anything else? I mean, honestly, I feel like you were owed the platform of just talking your talk right now.
No, I couldn't think of any other jersey to wear tonight. You want to talk about hits, baby? I don't ask you to judge me on my winners because there's so few.
Hell no,
Whatever.
I'm not. Absolutely not. I'm not wearing pants. You think I wear pants? Mike, I mean, listen, with what's going on with Jaden Daniels, I can't even fit in pants right now, all right? There's boner alert over here.
We need
all
a
right,
sounder
so
for that one.
We got, you know what? I should have a sounder for that one. What's going on with you, though, man? I just did a complete overhaul on Dynasty rankings. Like, you know, you go to Keep Trade Cut, and it's like, this is just stupid. The movement's insane. I wasn't going to get that carried away, but at the same time, it's like 3 weeks in, I had to make some serious moves in my Dynasty ranks, and it's some good that I was expecting. Some are like, holy fuck. I mean, right or wrong, I have to admit this is where we are.
That's where you're at.
And it kind of got me thinking, like, yeah, I could talk with you about what, but let's get the crew in on this. Let's see what everyone thinks at once, right?
That's good.
Let's get some people in to see. Obviously, there's no money on the line. I wish we could, but we don't have a way to actually track the league, and I'm not gonna try to get that
There's
crazy.
Receipts on the line. That's what it's going to be.
But this is
back through this one.
While this is a mock draft, show some fucking respect and let's do this the right way. Let's have some fun with this though. I'm excited for this. I think because of all the injuries and some of these young players playing really, really well, I think it actually makes for a really interesting draft.
Let's go.
All right, so let me just make sure we have everything Phil. I had getting home, thought everything would be good, and of course it wasn't. Had to restart my router, so I'm getting caught up here. Mike, anything else? Obviously, Jaden Daniels is, if he's not the 101 discussion point, he's one of them. Anything else that's just eating at your brain right now as far as Dynasty goes?
No, I just should see how high Malik Neighbors goes in this one.
I mean, dude, it's getting uncomfortable. It really is. It's getting very uncomfortable.
He's coming off as wide receiver 1. I can almost guarantee it.
I mean, so here's the thing. I put him at 6 in my ranks, trying to be as conservative as humanly possible. And my guy, to press it at 6 just felt so wrong. Like the reason I still, I know that 1 is probably in many people's discussions, and I wouldn't fight you. I still, because I was the Browns and because it was the Giants that week, there's a part of me that's like, all right, well, what if we look back and this 2-week sample size was the best part of his season? But Mike, if the floor is wide receiver 32 and that's the ceiling, who cares even if that's the case? Like, that's the scary part about this dude right now.
Yep. He's nuts. I'm interested
him or Mar for you right now. Him or Mar for you right now.
I think he'd be I still think Marv's a better talent. I don't regret taking Marv over Neighbors. I don't regret ranking Marv over Neighbors. Mm-hmm. But I will say this. With today, right now, Marv is really, really good.
Oh,
but I think you'd be a fool in Dynasty to take Marv over Neighbors right now.
Really?
I think you would.
Because of the trade value or just the dynamic or
so
what? Okay.
Stupid. The trade value is going to be so fucking stupid.
There's
no reason to take Marv other than just to take, right? So, like Jordan Mailata said, let's unhitch the wagon. Right? Unhitch that trailer, okay? I'm not going to weigh myself down.
All right. So, you know what? Mike, you're getting me all worked up, hot and bothered here. Let's just get into it. If I can get it on the screen, it'd be great so that we can show everybody. We'll put the link down in the description too if you later on want to check out the board. We're just going to do 9 rounds, Mike. Nothing, we're not going to get people feeling gross with injuries getting into the 14th round where they already hate it. But we'll just draft like a lineup start 9. So this will be just literally like a lineup start 9 PPR league if you're drafting it in a lineup format, okay? So that's what we're going to go with. Super flex, yeah. When I actually, Mike, I made it 2 quarterback because at this point, people hate quarterbacks in super flex, so we're going 2 QB just to make them fucking handle it. Be an adult.
I love it. Fuck it. Be a big boy.
Let's see if I can get this screen share going, and we'll see what we get here. Look at that, huh?
Boom. Hey, look who's on the clock.
Let's see here. I paused it. Whoa, look at that. I paused it, but I'll tell you one thing. Matty Kiwoom knows exactly what he's supposed to do. Whether the clock's on or not, you just take Josh Allen. That's probably the correct thing. So, Mike, I'm going to press the button when you're ready. You ready to go? Let's do this.
Go ahead. I'll hit this.
Boom. I mean, as if he didn't know what he was going to do at 102.
Sorry, Jalen. I'm sorry.
Is it?
I'm sorry.
You're not, but you're not, though. It's okay. Just don't.
But I'm not.
Don't be facetious. Let me ask you this. At this point right now, is Jaden Daniels is it legitimately for you Josh Allen and Jaden Daniels, no discussion?
Yeah.
Really?
You can put Jalen Hurts in there if you want. It ain't fucking Patrick Mahomes.
I'll be honest, like I'm not gonna act like panicked. I'm not gonna get crazy here. It's Jalen Hurts, but I haven't loved what I've seen out of Jalen, frankly. It's Jalen Hurts, but I'm a little lukewarm on it,
Yep. And you're not wrong. You're not wrong.
What's your take on this? What's your take on the situation? Other than Jaden Daniels obviously looking like him, let's remove that from the context for right now with Jalen Hurts.
Listen, I know Hurts really wanted the responsibility and looked forward to it with Jason Kelce retiring and making line calls and taking on that. I think that coupled with learning a new offense under Kellen Moore might have been too much early in the season. Like some of his decision making where he's going with the football is very like, what are we doing? Why? Now, he's made up for it. He looks a lot better running the football than he did last year. So I'm kind of on that. And the offense is more exciting than it was last year. It was very fucking bad last year. So I think, though, for me, like, I'm just going to ride this fucking Jaden Daniels train. Like, I think there's a discussion for Hurts for me personally, but it's not.
Super baggy sleeves, Chase. Super baggy, you know?
Yeah, dude, that is exactly what Garrett Wilson's wearing on fucking Sundays, and it's disgusting. Looks good on you.
I make it look better than Garrett Wilson. That's the only reason I'm wearing it today, Mike. Not because he's been him. I think better days are ahead. The volume's still great, but it's just, what the hell? Garrett Wilson, it feels like another year of this. I paused it real quick just because we're doing some talking here. Mike, with Jalen Hurts at this point, 106, what I am a little surprised in, maybe it's just because of our patrons, I'm a little surprised to see these many quarterbacks this high up still at this point. Not that it can't be correct and not that these guys aren't still elite and different, but the quarterback fear and panic is, Mike, it's bad in the streets, buddy. You thought it was bad in the offseason? I got bad news for you. While Jaden Daniels is a winner for you, the quarterbacks are getting scary territory. To me, after Jalen Hurts, and I'm curious where you're at, I'm definitely not considering a quarterback at this point. And I would like to be bolstering my A-Rich thing, but I'm just not doing that in the moment of some of these elite wide receivers. So,
with you. No, thank you.
Mike, I'll tell you what. If I was doing this, actually, you know what? Nah. My rankings say what they say. But if I'm in a startup right now and the vibes are vibes, this is wrong, but it's so right. It's time to.
Are you done?
Oh, yeah. Am I doing it?
Unhitch the wagon? Look at the disrespect where you
Let's
have to
go
scroll
way
down.
down. Look at Garrett Wilson. No, keep going. I'll say, though, the thing about it is right now, the vibes are awesome. I do think there's going to be some like scary bunch of targets and not very good weeks ahead of production, which will eventually kind of mellow out his floor a little bit. But even then, what does that mean? I mean, the hysteria around Malik Neighbors, Mike, I don't think I've ever seen anything like it in Dynasty, honestly.
Yeah. Here's the crazy thing about the quarterbacks, though, that's keeping them up there, man. I mean, it's been kind of down for everybody, but it's been down for a lot of the wide receivers, too. The running backs are about the only thing thriving. So the elite quarterbacks are still fucking elite. Like, the elite quarterbacks are still the dudes you want.
But right now in WARP, for most leagues, it's like there's three of them, right? Lamar,
Right. Yep.
Jaden, and Allen.
Yep. Everybody else is more of a speculation buy, right? Mahomes, Hurts, Stroud.
No, Alex.
No.
You stop.
No,
I will not stop.
You stop. Look at all these wide receivers.
I mean, you knew this was coming. I will say, though, Mike, I think right now the vibes and the aura around Malik Neighbors and the tradability and just he feels untouchable, which is insane. But I do think that Marv should not be disrespected at all, and I think he's got a better quarterback play. The targets the last 2 weeks are god tier. It's somehow he's just being dwarfed by the hysteria, in my opinion. But
you know what I'm not doing?
Look at that. Speaking of dwarf, Mike, how big is Malik Neighbors right now, huh? That's what it feels like. I'm all small down here, and this dude's just the only thing to talk about.
You are all small. There's Caleb Williams.
What do you think, though? Caleb Williams, is that too high? I think it's too high.
I mean, it's in a tier of quarterbacks of who gives a fuck. So,
but that's why doesn't that inherently mean it's too high? I mean, maybe.
Jordan Love's going off in that same tier, so it's the same shit, right?
I mean, just because someone else makes a bad decision, Mike, doesn't mean I have to double down and make another bad decision, right?
Okay, well, maybe you didn't want to get left in the dust. I don't know.
I mean, I'm just asking your opinion. I mean, Mike, whatever you do, don't stop giving me your opinions on this show, okay? Please, we need the opinions.
I think he's fine. I still believe in Caleb Williams.
Hold on. Running backs, Mike. They're not completely dead.
Dude, solid in the second round too. I thought he would have gone higher.
Man, crazy.
You're up, buddy.
I know. All right, Mike. What are you thinking here? What would you do if you're me? Would you take the jersey off my back, draft him? Would you?
No.
Would you lean into A-Rich at this point, even though it's scary hours?
I'd lean into A-Rich. You know, I'd lean into A-Rich.
I'll tell you right now, if it wasn't A-Rich, Mike, I'm not going to give away what could fall back to me. I know it won't. But listen, man, while y'all scaredy cats Listen, I'm not gonna act like it's not. This was a scarier version of Scary Hours. But if you've never watched Anthony Richardson at Florida in his short time starting there, if you've never seen, like, this guy is extremely raw, and he's gonna have throws and days that are like week 2 and week 3. Unfortunately, you'd hope that they weren't quite that, how do I call it, dramatically bad. That said, though, if you can't handle the, like on certain roller coasters, you're going to have a little bit of turbulence. If you can't handle it, you're going to throw up. You just don't ride the ride, right?
There you go.
This is the experience.
Ooh, baby.
My team, Mike, though, while you could say what you want, dude, there's going to be some weeks where you're like, oh, my God, I just watched the Giants and the league neighbors and Anthony Richardson shit show. It's going to be awesome. Like, there's going to be some really horrible weeks from those two.
Yeah.
It's gonna be absolutely gross. Like some of the worst football to watch. I just thought about that. Yikes.
Daniel Jones completes 4 passes.
I think A Rich might have individually by himself single-handedly killed Michael Pittman, and I don't know if there's any way to get him back.
It's a tough look, man. Motherfucker.
Mike, I'm gonna say that there's some surprising people on the board. I was seriously thinking about taking Rome instead of A Rich too. That was the other guy,
God damn. I'm kind of flaccid at the end of the second round here already.
AJ Brown, interesting. Can we trade?
I wish. Dude, I don't.
There's part of me right now that regrets taking A Rich over Rome, but I'm not quite as panicked as some people might be. I guess is the reason.
I don't know what to do here.
I don't know what to do with my hands. Mike, all right. There's no way after literally, like, what are we at? 22 picks that you're
23.
having
I am.
No. 23 is the magic number. He hates it.
You know, fuck y'all. Win now.
Oh, all right. That was the guy I was hoping would come to me. I knew it wouldn't. Mike, I'll be honest with you. In Dynasty, I think there's a real strong case to be made, and I know people are going to hate this. Saquon at running back 1.
I don't know if you're wrong. Fuck it. This is a new CMC right
here,
baby.
Are we not, like, when I say this, do people think this is just words when I say we should be valuing the running back position in 1 to 2 year windows?
Yes.
If you mean that, if I say that, why would I take anyone ahead of Saquon Barkley right now?
For the next 2 years? No.
First of all, just for this year, right now, it looks to be. Mike, I took a bet, which if you placed it as a wager, it would have been heavily paying back in my favor for Saquon to hit a 60-yard run to the house, which he hasn't done in years. It took all of 3 weeks, on top of all the other volume and touchdowns he's getting. He's one of the different ones. Nico's a guy that I was really interested to talk about, and I did not think he would fall this far to 303. Nico is him now to me.
Imagine picking 112, though. Like, let's go back to this the offseason. Right before the season.
God.
If I told you you were going to pick 112, if I told you you were going to pick 112, and you weren't going to take a quarterback with the 112 pick, or the 2, you were going to take it with the 112 pick, but after 3 rounds, you were going to walk out, and your quarterback room would be Kyler Murray and Joe Burrow. You'd be like, "You're fucking tripping, bro." There's no way.
Well, I mean,
is this a 4-team league?
Well, I mean, this is actually a good conversation to start talking about the quarterbacks in the negative light. Like, Joe Burrow right now to you. Is there some real – I think there's some realness to the quarterbacks that don't have Konami in them, Mike, are probably not worth the old costs, frankly.
They're not, but he's in a fantastic offense, and you saw on Monday night he was not the reason they lost. He was highly efficient. He was putting up fantasy points. I'm
not going to say he's a bad asset, but I don't know if it's worth – like 301, while it seems like a ton of sticker shock, I don't know that this is crazy wrong is what I'm saying.
I don't say it's crazy wrong. It's just a nice thing. Like, if I got to choose between him and Dak Prescott and –
Well, that's what I was going to ask. Let me pause this because I want to hear your actual thoughts on this. Right now, him or Dak Prescott, what are you doing?
Oh, Joe Burrow.
All right.
Joe Burrow.
Where the heck?
Here's the conversation, right?
Let's go to quarterbacks right now available. He's clearly ahead of everyone on this board, correct? Herbert, Lawrence, not even a conversation anymore. We're out of the quarterbacks that matter.
No.
Quarterbacks that went ahead. Would you take Burrow or A-Rich?
A-Rich.
Would you take Burrow or Caleb?
Caleb.
Burrow or Love?
Burrow.
Me too. I think Love. Honestly, I think there's still a case. While I get it with Caleb, I'm not sure that I'm taking Caleb over Burrow anymore. I sure was before. I feel like the receiver hype is going to dwarf the Caleb hype, even if it comes back a little bit. And the other thing is Jaden Daniels too. Like he's gonna have a hard time living up to the hype he had before. Like a lot of his dynasty value, I thought was just this is the 101. How could you argue it? It's Caleb Williams. This hype. Like he's getting already kind of waxed by the rookie field early in the game.
A little bit. I don't know. I really liked what I saw from him in the second half this past week. So,
sure.
If this continues into next week, for a full game, we'll be right back.
What if it doesn't, though? What if it doesn't? What is another struggle week again?
There you go. You might be more in line with, remember Trevor Lawrence in his rookie year?
Oh, no, don't tell me that. That was really scary. Goodness. Urban Meyer shit. Yikes.
There you go. I mean, we'll be doing videos about Caleb Williams in the offseason, telling people not to panic, and you should probably go buy Caleb Williams.
Mm-hmm. Fair.
If it doesn't.
So I'm curious now for you. I think the quarterbacks are definitely out of consideration. I think I've, by my pick, have kind of hit a nice little tier break here. What do you feel?
Yeah, you have.
Because the reason I'm asking that is where are you at on Tyreek Hill right now? I think it's 1 week, but there's scary panic on Tyreek Hill. Where are you at with him? No, not. You're out?
Unless you think Tyler Huntley's the savior. If you do, then go for it.
Well, I don't think listen, I'll be if I or anybody thinks Tyler Huntley is the savior, just please don't share that type of information as your thoughts. That's just not wise. I do think Tyreek Hill though is a guy that even in not the greatest offense will be manufactured touches, and you just get him in space. It won't be typically as bad as you saw last week, but the ceiling has been totally capped for him, and at his age, that sucks. The rest of the pack feels really gross, and I'm gonna tell you what I'm doing, buddy. It's time. It's time to stop the fade, and I guess maybe it's because he's down here, Mike. He's just down here, so I don't care if he gets suspended next year. I don't care what happens really. This guy is in a totally different conversation than he once was. I don't know why it's not letting me because I paused.
Because you paused the draft?
Because I'm not very smart other than that. But I think it's because he's buried. Is that why he makes it to 306? That he shouldn't, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Okay.
Should have gone higher.
Okay. Where would you put him?
Right.
I think the conversation starts with Nico. Rice or
Puka?
Mike, I put him one spot ahead of Puka and it hurt. Am I right? It really did.
Right, though. It's fucking right.
The other thing is Puka's hurt. Like I know people don't. It's Dynasty, but he's also not playing right now. And Rashee Rice is not only playing, he's smashing. Like the thing is, he's got Mahomes to himself right now. That's scary.
Yeah, he's pouring cold water on all my Xavier Worthy hype that I had. Unfortunately,
I wasn't gonna go there, but we can just talk about Rashee. Chris Olave is still maintaining some Dynasty value. At this point, also people
he's not completely dead. He did some shit.
He had a good week. Here's my thing. Chris Olave, and I get you, and you're not wrong. And I'm not saying that he's not going to have better days, but he has a good week and now all of a sudden his dynasty value save? I feel like we're past that with Chris Olave personally. Or we should be, and maybe we're not. This is just junior high again.
How it is.
Yeah.
How it is.
Realistically, do you think it's right, or is there any other receivers in the range that you would take here ahead of Chris Olave?
None. Maybe DK.
I was just going to say, Mike, DK was in strong consideration for me at that spot if Rashee didn't fall. I didn't think he would, but DK was going to be a smash for me if Rashee was gone. DK's balling.
Yuck.
Here we go. Let's get back to QBs, huh? They're not completely dead, are they?
No, they should be.
These types, Mike, I'm not reaching for.
Pass.
Purdy. There's already people going to come out and talk Purdy smack to me. Herbert especially. It really sucks because this guy's talented as hell, but he's injured, and the offense wasn't going to give him upside anyway. So.
Hey, perfect. Thank you.
Devon, A-Chain, and DK. All right, Mike gets DK. How come Mike always gets what he wants? Saquon, Daniels, and DK. This is just. I know it's not a real draft, but it's real right now. Why do you guys let him do this? Why does this? I like. I'm looking at some teams right now. Okay, anyone sticking out to you? Obviously, we don't have to talk about yours because you got the 3 picks you clearly wanted very, very much so. Oh, you know what? Dude, I'm tripping. We had a super chat two super chats that I have missed because I'm out of sorts.
Shit.
Let's get that taken care of immediately, and we have a third one to get to. Theo. What's up now?
I think Theo.
Daniel's round 1, I'm calling it. Well, Theo, this was a spicy take for $1.99 because
Daniel's pick 2.
there was no pick in which Mike wasn't taking him in the first round unless he had the 101.
That is true.
And Mike, I'll be honest, I think he might have just for the fucking vibes done it, even though he knows it's not what he would do in his heart. Thank you for the super chat, though. Stro, Superflex, 12 teams, start 11, 0-3 with 7 future firsts. Send Henry, Kelsey, Adams, Diggs, Ridley, CMC, Darnold. You sent in the whole dead farm, huh? And Levis for Richardson, Benson, Dell, 25-6 projected late first. I mean, I get it's Richardson, but I don't know. What do you think?
I like the Richardson part. Get anything else but Trey Benson.
Yeah, I think Richardson, Dell, 25-26 first makes sense, right? And if I start canceling these out, Richardson's worth at least, even if someone cares anymore, CMC and whatever
Darnold
the other best piece, probably.
Ridley and Diggs.
So, and then all of a sudden I'm getting 25 first and 6 for the rest of it. Dell, I'm good.
Fuck you, Maddie.
I think Benson, if you can't get anything better than Benson, just take him. But Benson's a reason that the running back position we shouldn't overvalue. Running back 15 in the summer. What are we thinking? Anybody, myself or anyone else out there?
You know what?
Look at Maddie. The running back is not dead, Mike. CMC at the 312. Let's talk about this one. He's in Germany now. For those that are really panicked, let me just tell you, he has to go there to get this certain stem cell treatment that he's trying to get. That said, I don't know if it's going to fucking help or not. Where are you at with CMC?
I'm still in for this year.
You know what? When you told me don't take him, he's dead. And then you do this. You gonna pull this shit on me? All right. We're not even playing. We're not even playing for money, and you out here doing the most. All right. I just want everyone to see what I see.
Listen,
there's nothing to say. There's nothing to say.
It was gonna be Jonathan Taylor. All right. It was gonna be fucking Jonathan Taylor, but Maddie just cooked me. So
just everybody right now, take what Mike says with a little grain of salt when it comes to
your pick.
His own piece of his team. There is nothing in which Mike will not sacrifice the farm for his own fantasy free team. But I get that, actually, Tyreek there. It kind of feels like – I feel like we're starting to get to some serious
just
get your guy type thing. Like we're out of I think the home run mega hitters, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah. Back to the super chat, though. I don't hate it.
No, you got it. I think you can do this.
I want to change out Trey Benson for something
Stro, you super chatted us $5. Are there any alternate options? If Benson's the best thing, you got to take it. But give us some potential pivots if you have it. Appreciate the super chat as always. And Carlos, 10-team Dynasty. When you put money in front of us, we do take those 10-team questions. Mike's favorite. PPR. I'm 2-1. I got Bijan Mason, Pollard, and Brian Robinson. I traded away Kyron and a third for Bucky first and second thoughts. 10-team, I probably wouldn't have done that, honestly.
10-team, and he didn't list Superflex too either, so
well, I mean,
good,
Superflex, I'm not probably doing it. I'm not sending away Kyron for this anyway. If it's one quarterback, just please, no.
I'll talk shit
Mike,
about Kyron.
I have my first rant for the day here. T-Rock and El Gancito.
Yeah.
Y'all are supposed to be, you guys, T-Rock actually now is a South Harmon. He's a shithead commander.
The Bowers one I get, like, you want
and El Gancito, listen, El Gancito, you with your comedy, whatever you want to call it, weird, obscure, you know deep down in your soul, the whole position is to be had for nothing. There's no reason to invest in the position. Brock Bowers, I get it, but I don't get it.
That's fair.
I don't get it. I don't think Brock Bowers' trade value is real, though. That's my other thing. Like, if you told me he has the trade value that's different than the rest of the pack, then I get it. Like, if you're telling me you're going to hold this guy because he's a positional advantage, now not only do I not get it, I'm calling that's fucking dumb.
Are you going to make a pick?
No, I'm angry. I'm upset. Fuck my pick. I'll auto for this. This is a rant. All right, now we got that out of the way.
I think Bauer's trade value might actually be real, so I'm okay with that one. The Trey McBride thing, no.
Let's get. You know what? Let's get crazy. Let's get absolutely crazy. I'm going to try to go win something.
Boom.
This is early for sure, even knowing what's going on. But Mike, can I tell you? I'm at the point where it's like, okay, Mike, JSN or Chris Godwin in Dynasty.
Oh, dude, if I'm trying to compete at all, JSN. No, just kidding. It's Chris Godwin, man.
I was really excited to hear that discussion. I was hoping that I started to hear the ice. We're getting down towards the bottom. I was really excited for that. Damn.
That's all right. We got more.
Well, I don't doubt we have more of that. I was just hoping for more takes like that. But no, I mean,
I didn't try this though. But I put the Clementine in.
The Clementine. Ooh, look at you, fancy girl.
So let's put a little vanilla in here. You know, see what that does.
No, T-Rock. Don't. Whatever you do, don't come out here acting like, oh, I you know what, I kind of screwed up in front of everybody. No, you own the pick now. All right, it's yours. You can't take it back. There's no refunds. It's a mock draft, for God's sakes.
It's on you. Is that the worst team in the league right there?
What were you going to do, T-Rock? With all of the Monday morning quarterback you can do for yourself now, let's hear what you were going to do. Let's hear him out.
If this was an actual startup, I'm trying to trade T-Rock right now for his first in 2025.
I already have it. I would have given him probably Rashi or something plus whatever.
Yeah.
I would have traded him Neighbors, the untouchable asset, for every bit of his first and a little more. But
so mean, but true.
Sorry, T-Rock. I've seen this before. Although T-Rock waxed me and paid the field this week too. Son of a bitch.
Jalen Waddle and Tyreek Hill going in the same round. Who knew?
Okay, so we got Brian Thomas Jr. Mike, keep trade cut wide receiver 14 a week ago. Now, granted, this isn't keep trade cut drafting, but this seems like a lot different than wide receiver 14. Maybe it's not as much as I think, but let's count them out. This is gonna be fun math.
Ooh, that's fire. That's a fire combination right there. Orange and vanilla.
Hold on, dude. Look at Cody. Says, listen, you guys are up there talking. I don't have a mic, but the quarterback position ain't fucking dead. Here's my third. And if you guys keep playing, I might hoard this son of a bitch.
And it's Bo Nix. It's Bo Nix going before Trevor Lawrence. Baker Mayfield going before Trevor Lawrence. Things you love to see.
Bo Nix going ahead of Sam Laporta and James Cook, too. Just think about this. Like, those guys are playing, well, let me say, James Cook is playing very well. Sam Laporta was considered a GOAT tier tight end, no discussion. We're not having a conversation. How quickly things change 3 weeks in. But that's kind of crazy. I'm not saying I know you're going to defend the Bo pick. I am a little surprised. He's got a little more rushing upside than I wanted to believe. I knew he had some, but he's looked spry on some of these runs, dude.
Look how fucking back we are, too. We just glossed over the fact that Justin Fields went from like a 10th round startup pick to the fucking 4th round, man. I'm
out here literally talking my ass off about these picks on the clock, about to fuck shit up. I really don't like doing this, but I'm going to do it, I guess.
Dude, by the way, while Adam's figuring his shit out, Schumer, James Cook, great fucking pick, man. I thought about him at the 402. Not gonna lie.
Where are you at with JSN? Because I talked about him with him and Chris Godwin.
I'm still in, man. I'm still in. You see what it can be.
I'm in with a bit of in with a bit of like, can I get out though too for while everyone else is in? The Grubb offense, I think, is helping fantasy assets. Let's say that for sure. Mike, though, like you think about this, and I'm just curious your thoughts and your take on this. So JSN right now, we are looking at wildly different splits in 3 games just for the way he was used. Mm-hmm. And New England uses a lot of, I think, like too high, and I think a lot of the zone coverage was really in his favor as far as being open. I'm not saying like 16 targets. Let's just call it what it is. 16 targets. If that was his highest target volume game in his career, I don't think anyone should be surprised. 16 targets is ridiculous. That's a great target game. I'm like I don't need 16. Can I get 8? What is 16 and then 2 and then 3 going on? Like which? There's some. I'm just a little bit weirded out by that difference in target volume, frankly. Although I like seeing 16.
But also got to remember it's a 6th-round pick, man. He's not like too much higher, too much lower than where he was fucking just 3 weeks ago.
5th round pick.
Oh, so he's dropped around. You got a discount. Congratulations.
You know what? Sometimes
I love it.
Sometimes I while I appreciate you
ETN
patting me on the back. Well, ETN, El Gancito, it's time. You might get a ban for a little bit. You might get a timeout, dude.
Can we get his first?
Bro, I'm out on the Travis Etienne business. I've been trending that way, but I am so out.
I'm fucking good, man. That shit's over. Done.
How long until Michael Pittman gets taken?
Shut the fuck up.
Ken Adams won't do it. No! My guy. That's my brother-in-law. You know what?
Fuck you.
He has a way of just kind of irritating, and well done. Yeah, I'm ready.
Putting my nuts on the table here.
All right. Well, I gotta see this to believe this.
At the end of the 6th round, I fucking believe enough. Let's go. What's up, Jaden Reed?
All right. Well, we're in the 5th, and
whatever.
That's fair. It was a big to do. I get it. I was expecting something crazy, but I think that actually makes sense. I think that makes sense. Jaden Reed, when Jordan Love comes back, I mean, people may have forgotten week 1. I haven't. That dude. At this range, I don't think anyone's super safe. So give me the upside play.
Damn. Projection. No, fuck it. This dude's too good to say no to.
Maddie. Dude, I'll tell you this much. Maddie. Khalil Shakir, Mike.
What the fuck?
I just want you to understand this. While there's some big risers in Dynasty startups to this, I don't think anyone can even has a chance. It's a prayer against Khalil Shakir right now.
Damn.
Bonus points to you. Bonus points to you and possibly a giveaway. If you can, no Google search, and it's got to be in the next minute. So just off top, what was his Dynasty startup price? And if you're anywhere near, like really in the round, I'll give you something. But I have a feeling that you're not. This is gonna have to be a legitimate guess if you don't cheat. I feel.
14.
Okay, you got 14. I'm curious.
14,
I want to see some comments. Come on, give me some realness. Now, don't. If y'all are in there going southharmon.com to ADP, you can't even have any fun. You won't even live a little. I mean, come on. You're cheating for what? 1408. You're saying, huh?
That's what I had to put a number to it. So.
Okay. I get it. No, that's fine.
That was my guess.
Khalil Shakir, buddy. Now, to be fair, like if you were targeting him, you might have an idea. I was not really actively targeting Khalil, so I don't know, man.
Nah, I got no fucking clue. I wasn't targeting him either.
I mean, I don't even know that he fell in my lap. I wasn't gonna guess quite 14. I was gonna guess like I don't know 13 or 12, but that's not too different. I'm gonna go 12. I don't know what
12?
it was. I'm on the clock again. I keep talking and just here I am on the clock. It's okay. The quarterback fade. So, Mike, I just want to put people aware here. Like, we do have obviously Fields, Nix, Mayfield, Lawrence, but like after that, it feels like there's a drop off, and I don't think anyone. I think there's going to be a race to not touch him, personally, for a little bit here. Mike, you might break that. I'm gonna still believe, even though, oh man, actually I need to go to my dynasty ranks to figure out where I did. I think this was a very good conversation for me. 63.
Watching you struggle with this is great.
Tank, give me Tank. Bang.
Didn't feel very confident about that.
No, well, like Jameson Williams has moved so much from my rankings. I didn't think I would put him ahead of Tank, and I didn't want to do it. I just wanted to make sure I was being truthful to what 2 hours of last night. And all right, Tank though. I think people are really scared of Tank though, and I'm happy that you are because I want to buy.
I'm okay with that. So, wow. Okay.
All right, we got Chris says 13. We have 17, 1508, 18. T-Rock 11. I bet you T-Rock's right, and I got T-Rock. I got beef to pick with you. You out here really looking at the South Harmon? You doing that?
I looked at it. I mean, it's updated, obviously, with only 26 drafts in September. Obviously,
Oh, so that's not real then.
No, it's not real.
What was it?
No, so I'll say this. I went to Keep Trade Cut. I saw where he was in wide receiver rank.
Ooh. Fizz says
So
Pacheco ain't dead. Okay.
He was wide receiver 55
55.
before the season.
That's steep.
Before the
That's
season
steep.
started. If you want to transpose that into ADP, Adam, that would put him around the 1303.
Chris Wamble, 13th, and tackle taken slowly, pick forward at 13. Tackle taken slowly, pick forward. I know where Chris Wamble lives. I can figure him out. Are you in our Discord? Are you a patron? How can I get a little something nominal? Nothing too crazy. Not gonna send you some crazy check. You didn't win a big check. You didn't win but we might get you something to remember us by. How can I get in touch with you? Are you in the Discord? X? How do I get in touch with you, bud?
Let me get them digits.
Let me get them DMs. Kamara, Dynasty Alvin Kamara might be just getting more of the Gumby thing, like his dynasty value and his production value just stretching like insanely, wildly different.
That's a good pick, man.
No, I'm not saying it's not. At a certain point, you just got to lean in, right?
Fuck it, we ball.
Kincaid, Pitts, Chris is not willing to relent.
No.
Barry. Just so you know, I'm watching. Everyone's watching.
Hey, Barry's
make us
been
proud.
having a killer draft.
Make us proud.
Barry's been having a killer draft, man.
I know, but this is now. This is where things can get a little. It's later on the hours, Mike. Things can get a little weird late night at the establishments.
Yeah, a little bit.
Bear, I'm counting on you. All right, Mike. I'm gonna pause it here in a second. I want to kind of just let people
this
get a
audacity of this cunt.
Who, me?
Barry.
Yeah, I mean, Mike. What did you think was gonna happen?
The audacity.
Are you upset, alarmed, disappointed? Give us
devastated.
I know. Now that one hurt me.
Devastated.
That one was one of those. Mike, you get hit in the nuts really hard. Like it actually shoots into your almost feels like your nervous system, but definitely in your stomach. That's what just happened with that panic pick, buddy.
Dude, fuck Cody Carpentier just told us all to fuck off. He knows his team's shit. He ain't winning.
Cody,
fuck.
I will say I get it. You're definitely one of us now. But in this mock draft,
welcome, man.
You've put your nuts on the table, as Mike poetically talked about. But there is no way to actually now bend people over. It's over as soon as this is done. So thank you for making me feel that excruciating pain.
Speaking.
That one hurt. I really thought I could get Penix in the seventh. Seventh felt like I was going to be reaching a little bit. Damn, great pick, Cody. God damn it. Damn you.
I was eyeing up Drake May as hard as a motherfucker.
Damn you.
Walked into that. Well, fuck.
Well, and Aaron Rodgers was not a name I expected to see.
No.
All right, Mike. Give me your honest thoughts on some of the rookies left. Keon, Xavier Legette.
No.
That's why I said honest. I want thoughts, not necessarily just noises, but noises will work.
Nah.
I am really hating every person that I could potentially select here. This is fun.
They all look disgusting.
Someone save me.
Someone save me. There you go, man.
Say
Mark
something. I'm giving up on you. Wait a second.
You know you want tight
Wait a
ends.
second. Is he here?
Jambo.
Like I'm not,
Fresh off
listen,
the
I'm stubborn
bed.
as they come, but I'm also not above saying I was wrong, okay? It might take me a little longer.
I mean, it's a good time to buy him, right? Fresh off a dud.
I mean, yeah. Well, I didn't think it was much of a conversation here. It was literally, this is now twice for the record. Mike, I said this never happens. And people are clearly not listening to me and don't give a shit, which is fine. I understand I'm in a little small box down here all by myself. I said Chris Godwin or JSN, Mike. The motherfucker comes all the way back. I said I'm between Tank Dell and Jameson Williams out loud. And they're like, yeah, those picks are trash. You can have them next round.
Junk.
I'm not sure if that now I'm like I kind of feel good about it, but now y'all are making me think that I just suck at this game. You might not be wrong. Jordan Addison, not dead apparently for Mr. Wonderful.
There you go. Still
Thoughts?
Still kicking? No, that's fine. I was thinking about him here with my 7th round pick too.
Can somebody, so that it's not super obnoxious while I sit here and try to point and count all the receivers, can someone in the chat do me the pleasure of giving us a wide receiver count at Jordan Addison? You would be astute, such a great member of South Harmon. I don't know that you'll get a prize for it, but you'll be forever thought of in my heart.
There you go.
We know what we need. I wish we could use that JCAP thing, but you can't until it's done, right? The counter. That's only for picks, too, isn't it?
Kickers.
Fuck kickers.
Kickers.
Paul, far from wonderful. That's fair. That's actually, Corey, you've been so present at class lately, and you're also becoming seemingly smarter by the day. It's just the wittiness is awesome. Wide receiver 35 for Jordan Addison.
Dang.
I was gonna guess more like 29, 30. So,
that was fast counting too.
Dude, Barry. I'm pretty sure Barry actually counted that by hand too. He does have a lot of tools, but he's also just a whiz. It's DB. Don't doubt him.
Yeah. Don't doubt him.
What's your take on Jordan Addison at wide receiver 35, Jameson Williams at wide receiver 34?
I think it's fine. I mean, he's worked himself back in that conversation. He's got the hype on his side. He's got people wanting to make fun of us. So, shit.
What now? What's wrong, man?
Oh, dude.
Other than everything, what's wrong?
This is fucking gross. We're rocking this fucking start 9.
Yeah.
Fuck it, we'll keep it up, buddy.
Studs or duds?
Keep it up.
Mike's leaning into this Pittsburgh thing. You kind of hate to see it, but kind of love to see it.
Kind of hate, but love it. Fuck it. Kirko chains.
No. I don't hate it, but I definitely don't like it.
Kirko chains.
Love it or list it. I'm thinking listing it, but I mean, at a certain point, you gotta. Did Darnold? Was Darnold in your consideration there? Are you buying in?
A little bit. Here was my problem at the turn, Adam. I'm thinking it's a start 9. I was just gonna hammer more wide receivers because there's some dudes out there I'd rather have versus these
sensible.
guys. But I'm thinking I already leaned in with Saquon Barkley. I got fucking Tyreek Hill on this team. We're going for it in 2024, baby. So you might as well fill out that starting roster and start 9. I needed an RB2. Mm-hmm. I needed a quarterback too. So had to fucking do it. The only other consideration was tight end, and I just couldn't fucking do it. I'm
just glad. I'm glad to hear that it's natural. It is natural to think about the tight end position, but much like the sphincter, you should always close it, tighten it up really close, and don't ever think about it again. It's just don't do it.
See, that's what I'm talking about. Terry McLaurin for stacking with J-Day was I want to do it. But I'm like, fuck, I took George Pickens as my flex, essentially.
You're buying into Terry's game last week?
Dude, he's doing it, man. Terry, I'm back. J-Day's going to make him a wide receiver 1 by the end
I'm
of the
all
year.
for the J-Day thing. Please don't.
Book it.
Don't get hurt. Don't get hurt by this thing with Terry.
I'm on a fucking heater. How can you doubt me now?
Well, Mike, I shouldn't. Naturally, I shouldn't, but I that I have a ability to just do things that shouldn't be done.
Do you remember the rapper Lil White? I know Fizz does.
Lil White.
So
I actually don't, and I have a feeling you're going to tell me about him though, so I'm not too worried about it.
Memphis rapper, so not definitely didn't get as big as 3-6 Mafia, Juicy J, Project Pat. Sure. But part of that crew.
Happy to do it, Cody. I hope your quarterback horde is very fruitful.
But Lil White had some bangers back in the day, man. Had some
bangers, truthfully. Yep. Okay.
And he on his record, man, he put out an intro track called "Doubt Me Now." That's my motto right now, Adam. Doubt me now.
Doubt me now. I like this. I you know what, my line is, it's not from him. It's Joe Budden. Got a couple haters still trying to acquire more, and
there you go.
That's what I like to do. I'm gonna be honest with you. the Mixon high ankle sprain, if you're not concerned, you should be, I think.
Let's talk here, just quickly, off subject. Why you made your
what?
pick?
A little white?
I'll spit a little bit. No, not a little white. So I had Dynasty Key on the South Harmon Spotlight.
Ooh.
Right?
Ooh.
And had a good one. And you brought up Taylor Swift. So then I was like, that's going to be the outro song for this fucking podcast. Since you brought her name up, I'll find one.
Okay.
I had no idea Kendrick Lamar was on a banger track with Taylor Swift. And this was like 9 years ago.
Really?
Yeah.
I mean, I definitely didn't.
Dude. Absolute fucking banger. Kendrick out there spitting. Like,
I'm kind of more in the business of selling
fan.
the whole, anything that Taylor is involved with. I'm kind of just... my sister-in-law, shout out to Christy. I know she's not watching this. I know she'll never watch it, especially this far in. Nothing personal against you, but she loves Taylor Swift. There's enough people that just love Taylor Swift that makes me, on that merit alone, I naturally just want to go the other way. So anytime I hear about Taylor Swift, I'm just good. I'm cool.
Which also led me down the fucking rabbit hole that Kendrick Lamar's got a banger song out there called All the Stars with SZA. Pretty fucking good, man. Kendrick out there on some shit that I didn't know about. And I mean, it's old shit. And I feel like Fizz has been letting me down on Friday nights. By
this whole thing?
Yeah. You know what I mean? Like Fizz. Like, you know I'm all aboard this Kendrick train.
Sure, of course.
But in all fairness to Fizz, I mean, he put me on to Moneybag and all the good shit Moneybag's been doing. So we're good there.
Oh, really?
Are you going to make a fuck pick, by the way?
You told me to pause it.
No. I said you could make your fucking pick. I was just going to spit some stuff here.
I thought you said you needed a minute. I mean...
Multitask.
Okay.
Jesus.
Mike, you be a little more clear. I'm so sorry. Everyone, for me holding up the draft, I thought Mike actually wanted the whole spotlight, much like his show. I'm happy to make my pick. I'm ready to make my pick.
I think in the business they call it vamping.
Fuck it.
Diggs. To start 9 league, bold fucking strategy here that, you know.
Yeah, absolutely. Diggs. You telling me Diggs isn't worth to somebody that wants to try to win at some point, even if it isn't clearly me at this point, only having one quarterback and 0 running backs, worth someone's 8th round startup? I'll tell you what. Much like Cody's willing to find out on the quarterback board, I'd be much willing to see that payoff happen. People are getting. It's actually kind of interesting. Back in on Diggs, at least a few. I'm not saying everybody's this way, but it's like he never left. Like he never left any of the teams. Like he's never been a problem. Like he's just. This is him, man. He's
I didn't
straight and narrow. He's on straight and narrow.
Pillow, that's a goated comment right there. Now Mike and Fizzle got bad blood.
Dub.
I still love you, Fizz, but I am a little disappointed.
Yep. And I will tell you, Cody, there's a chance. Now, it's not a lock, but there's a chance we take another. There's a chance we take them all.
He's got a little wide receiver horde on here.
But I will say, I don't know if is this A-Rich disrespect though? Like I'm just point that out.
Just a little bit, because that's only 6 straight wide receivers.
I mean, because here's the thing. Now, Deshaun Watson has some fucking nerve, Mike. I'm gonna just go on my little tangent here. I'm not a running back. I got news for you, buddy. You have been a better running back than quarterback. Much more of a running back than a quarterback for our franchise since you've been here. And the fuck you complaining about? Your money's guaranteed to the penny. Get the fuck out of here. Running back. Shut up.
Running back. How about this from Carlos? Rebuilding team, should I trade CMC in a 27 third for a late 25 first and third?
Sorry, Carlos. I'm still a little bit angry. But I'll answer. I'll oblige.
Yep. Feels light. I know, because it's CMC. I get it. Feels light. But you'll be better off if you just get the shit off your fucking team, get the draft capital. I put out a nice video about it if you want to watch. Like, do it now before it's too late.
So here actually, so Chris says this, and this is going to be a very polarizing thing. That's fair. This is what you have to do, though. To me, this is where I weigh it out. What is, if I hold out until Christian McCaffrey's playing, what do I get then? Right?
There you go.
Okay, so let me just let's talk. Let's spitball this. Let's spitball this. I think people are probably trying to get 2 firsts. Now, I don't think they're going to, but I'm just I'm curious to see what people say. What do you think you get, Mike? What's the payoff if he is playing and let's say even just for a week he takes the whole snap share?
Realistically, on average, I would say a first and a second would be something that would be in play.
What about first and 2 seconds or like something like that maybe?
Possibly.
Let's just argue that would be a payoff that could happen. It's reasonable, right? So now instead of a first and a third that you take, so you're basically getting instead of a third 2 seconds. Obviously that's nice, real nice. But Mike, I think the odds right now are certainly 50-50, and I think leaning that maybe that reminding time is over. Maybe that the first that you don't get, you to me erasing a 25 first is something I'm really not trying to do on a rebuild team personally.
And that's where I'm at Adam too. Like we like to live in this world, and I still do believe in Christian McCaffrey. But if you told me he doesn't play at all this year, is that shocking? No, it's not.
He's had believe it or not, he's had some years where he never came back when he was like kind of much younger and
it's in the cards. And if it's in the cards, then like what's his price next year? Like all of a sudden we're talking about a dude who's pushing 30, and we're talking about him like Alvin Kamara, where like maybe a first isn't ever going to happen again. So
I mean,
I don't want to risk it, to be honest. I just take it now. I'm a rebuilder. I don't give a fuck. It's good enough return for me. Bye.
I just try to weigh out the risk and the reward. Now, granted, if you're a gambler and you want to take that risk, go ahead. I think the payoff isn't really there for me.
Braylon Allen, I love it.
I was gonna get to I was gonna get to the chocolate covered berries here in this conversation, but
big old berries. Those are the biggest berries I've ever seen.
You're not gonna like money moves, Barry. I'll tell you this.
What are you telling people to sell Braylon Allen?
I'm not telling anything just yet. You gotta wait and see. You gotta wait and see. I'm not spoiling. I talk about like 3 or 4 people. I'm not spoiling the whole thing.
RB1 of the 2024 class, DB. Fucking great pick.
Well,
nailed it.
That, Mike, is also like, while it could be true, I'm not sure it is. But if it is, that also is like the biggest consolation prize. Who gives a shit right now, right? Like,
look how far Rashad White's fallen. It we took an auto pick.
I will say, Fizzle has to hate this. I hate seeing you auto, but I really hate seeing you get that big of a stiff as your pick. I think for Cody, I'm looking. There's definitely there's a quarterback I could take that I really don't want to, and I won't. Mike could get my running back here, but I think Mike, this receiver. I think I just have to go back to the receiver. Well, tight end. I thought about it. I'm not going to do it.
Is that too?
I think you know what? I think I do. Yeah, I really do. So
okay,
Ladster, he's. I don't even know that I like him, but I'd take him.
Welcome home,
Levis. By the way, Joe, he was the only quarterback that really you could take. As soon as I see it, I'm like, nope, put that shit back. He's playing himself out of a job in a fast track.
Put that shit back. Like you at the fucking supermarket.
No,
it's shit
like,
off.
No, this mayo is well expired. Put that shit back. It's over. The Levis.
You open them eggs up.
Oh like my god!
Half a dozen of them eggs is cracked.
Thanks, Cody. I don't know why you hate it. Well, Anthony Richardson probably could play receiver, frankly, but wait a minute, El Gancito.
Hey,
you
listen,
Trey.
I'm not taking sides here. I'm not gonna take sides.
Okay.
Just ask Cody who he took first in Scott Fishbowl, 101 overall.
A receiver, I think, right? It was Anthony Richardson.
A receiver. Oh shit, J.K. Dobbins.
That was I think that's kind of that's a little. I will say T-Rock, big Ohio State fan. He tries not to flaunt it, but huge Ohio State fan, and that was sneaky.
All right, K3 Natums, don't fuck me on this one.
Get him, Chris.
Perfect. What the Manuel?
I like it, but I will say there's no chance in which that was going to fuck Mike.
Hey, Maddie, look at him my fucking eyes, buddy. This one's for you.
Here, hold on. Wait, Mike, do it again.
Go fuck yourself. Go fuck yourself.
How's that, bitch? That just happened.
Got him. Got him. Last fucking pick right before Maddie comes up. You take his beer.
Hey,
out.
Maddie. You can safely go to sleep now, okay?
He is on the East Coast. So
we love you.
It's late.
We do love you. It's early.
Oh man, 9 rounds.
This was exhilarating. I mean,
9 rounds. I didn't take a fucking tight end. Perfect. We have set myself up just exactly where I want to be.
Mike, Travis Kelce in the 9th round is going to just make people so angry, and I don't.
I think I did a draft, and we talked about it on one of our shows, right? Where I think I'd taken Travis Kelce in an off-season startup in like the 6th round, and I said like, "Oh man, he's going up, like guaranteed to go up from this." People just hate him now because he's old. Like it's guaranteed to go up. Mwah. Quack. No.
I mean, is it? If you're talking about me, buddy, I have a name.
The fuck is Adams? His team blows.
You go to sleep, Tarek. Taking a tight end in the 4th round, Corey, and trying to act like you didn't want it. Don't,
Corey.
Do that.
That's the most important thing. Savage Thursday Night Football. Discord
all right, Mike.
Chat.
Let's talk about this now. Let's talk about what kind of monstrosity disaster this is. Let's walk through it.
It escalated quickly.
It really got out of hand fast. Let's let's do this the right way. Fuck this bullshit. Let's zoom in on a couple teams. Let's do a little butthole plugging type thing. Let's see how bad some people were, or how good they were. Let's go, Matty Keyboom. Let's talk about him. Josh Allen. Mike,
Allen.
You know what? Here, I don't love this, but I'm gonna bring you over here with me. Okay, let's get real nice and close. Just the tip.
Oh, other arm. Yeah, how trippy would that have been if like you're fucking like you saw?
Dude, I that was like kind of like it wasn't not intentional. It was kind of like the Step Brothers hug. They both were going the wrong way.
Yeah.
Josh Allen, Garrett Wilson, CMC,
Great
Jonathan
picks.
Taylor.
I don't mind those two. Putting your nuts down on CMC. JT was a great pick. He sniped the fuck out of me. T. Higgins was awesome. Khalil Shakir pick was dog shit.
Is that truly how you feel? Like it's that egregious?
Yeah, it was.
I do too. I just wanted to hear you say it again.
It was bad. It was real bad.
It was a little, I guess you watch a primetime game, Mike, and some people get carried away,
The Cooper Kupp pick, good.
7-12 is at this point, like I get it, but that's kind of crazy late.
Sam Darnold was good. Jake Ferguson in the 9th. No complaints.
Okay. What would you give this here overall? I guess just from a value standpoint, let's not worry about when we do a startup. Even though this is technically in the middle of the season, we're not drafting for a lineup. What do you think of it?
Matty would get an A if he took Pickens, Debo, Tank Dell, Devontae Adams.
Hey yo, Shakir directly ahead of Pickens is makes it a lot harder to watch and see.
Because he took Shakir, I'll give it a C-.
Damn. Sometimes one bad throw, Anthony Richardson, can change the way people think about you entirely.
There you go.
Note to self. All right, let's we'll bypass McNuggets for now. You guys in the comments let us know. You can critique ours. Cody, you can put it again. I have 9 receivers straight. Any other comments or thoughts would be appreciated. I want all the smoke too. All right, Ken Adams, Mike. Patrick Mahomes at 103. Do you still think that's right? First
no.
and foremost. Okay.
Lamar or Jalen Hurts easily.
Do you still think Mahomes, though, should be in the top 5 quarterbacks and going ahead of a lot of these receivers?
Possibly. Like, I think he's going to turn it around and people will be like, oh, shit, it's fucking Patrick Mahomes. Like, we've doubted him before. It looks really bad now. It doesn't look the greatest.
Yeah, he's on a drought for fantasy, but I'm kind of with you. I think that he's too talented, and we've seen him.
It's not egregious. How about that?
No, definitely not. I think, though, you could definitely start to have your, nitpicking. But I will say, Mike, I feel like it wouldn't shock me just what you said, where his best statistical season was right after Tyreek Hill was gone. And I wouldn't be surprised to see him, just with passing alone, get back into the elite conversation more dominantly. Yeah. I think there's no problem with it. Now we go to Gibbs and Achane. So he goes running back here. What do you got?
Yeah, that's fine. Good pick.
Actually, if you're going to do it, though, those are 2 of the running backs that I would do it for. Achane, obviously, the the Tua thing in Miami offense is scary, but Mike, imagine telling people at this point in the season, 3 weeks in, that he's getting the touch floor that he is of like 17 touches a game up to 28, and he's still in the third round. Crazy days. Jared Goff, Michael Pittman, Kyle Pitts. What do you think now?
You see the tight end and you go, meh. Jared Goff was fine. Like, you're filling a spot. It's not exciting, not bad. Michael Pittman was a fucking snipe on me.
Yeah, that was a good pick. I will say though, like with Goff, he doesn't inspire a ton of like excitement but I do feel like there's Fields upside coming. Yeah. But you're kind of really looking at a total different teardrop here at QB. So I definitely get that Goff pick. I just wanted to say that part.
Kyle Pitts in the 6 was good. Like if you're gonna take a tight end, fucking might as well in the 6th round. And in all reality, man, Kyle Pitts should have more fantasy points on the season. There was a PI that wasn't called. There was a bad thrown ball to him that would have been.
That was ridiculous, bro.
Yeah.
Just destroy him. By the way, what the hell? How about
Deshaun Watson?
Huh?
I mean, fine, I guess.
You've been a little apologist every recap for me.
It's fine. It's fine. Terry McLaurin was a good pick. I don't understand the Emmanuel Wilson thing.
Josh Jacobs is coming to die, and it's not Marshawn
Lloyd.
Lloyd.
Talk it up to auto draft, but there was no way that fucking dude was that high in the queue. So that's just
I think that's a last pick and a hunch and a kind of like, fuck it, I'm gonna go do this just to see what happens.
Like I want people to talk about me.
I want people to get a little infuriated or some kind of. I want to inspire emotion out of people. So I was gonna say I give this. He checks all the boxes. I don't think it was anything like where you're like, holy crap, if this all hits, it's going to be ridiculous. But I think this is a very solid team. B+.
It's like fucking a 6, you know?
I was going to give it more like a 7, but yeah, I get you.
It's a 6.
I was going to give it a 7. But you see them all the time, replaceable. Their 7s are very normal. They're very replaceable. You feel like you get another one pretty easily. You always swing for the 10s, and you tend to line in the 7-6 range.
You don't get those very often.
I will say T-Rock, without even having to look at his team, I know this is not a 7. But
no, this is that fucking 3 that at 2 a.m.
Well, this is what you thought was a 7, and then you kind of the liquor and all the FX wear off, and you're forced to see reality.
This team's fucking horrible. So
yeah. I mean, and I wanted to defend it just because, but actually, Mike, I mean, it's gonna Lamar, AJB. So you got Lamar, Doodoo Brown, and Purdy.
I let this guy write articles for me.
See, I knew.
Oh no!
Well done, Chris.
Still love you, T-Rock.
There's something deep in my loins that tells me that I won't, but I hear you.
No, we won't.
Now, that said, someone told me Jordan Mason was going to be great this year. I threw him into a dynasty trade like it was fucking nothing, and he still calls me. It's almost like spam at this point to remind me about it. I'm trying to get back to this team that I don't really want to. Trey McBride, like what you can't do for me, Mike. I get it with Brock Purdy, actually. I get it, but you can't follow it up with Trey McBride and then try to tell me you didn't mean to when you did. Own it.
Mm-hmm.
I'd bang a 6. I get it.
Kyron at the 509 was fine. Debo at the 604 was good. Geno, no question. Mike Evans at the 8 was fine, and Dobbins, but he fucked it up with the Trey McBride thing. And AJ Brown was like, and Brock Purdy was.
I'm curious your thoughts on this now, especially with the current market. Maybe this is just hot takey. Maybe this is me starting to think about it too much. Whatever. I'm personally, Mike, at the point where if I go get quarterbacks at the 1st and the 3rd round. Listen, I like Geno. I think he's a good quarterback 3, but I'm not really of the mindset that I have to have a quarterback 3 at a spot where I think I could get some really good dynasty players personally in the current landscape. So I think that would be the conversation. If you told me you got Lamar and Geno, I'd actually really like that. But if you told me you got Lamar and Purdy and you didn't get Geno, like in the 7th round for me still, I'm kind of becoming more of the mindset that for that type of a player, I'd rather just get myself a potential stud.
I mean, this is a really good solid D. Like this dick.
Like you're going to get all 6 inches of
inches.
Mike's, except for he's not quite that long. But anyway.
8.
8? 8. Centimeters is what they use in Germany, where CMC, I think, right? Is that?
Man, fuck you.
Wow. Okay, fair. That's fair. I deserve that. El Gancito, buddy. You started off really hot. I mean, Jefferson and Odunze, how can you hate it? And
Herbert was fine. Brock Bowers, I don't mind. Etienne was junk. Jonathan Brooks was fine.
I definitely don't love Bowers there. I get it, but Bowers followed up by Etienne, and that was a struggle for me personally.
There you go. And Trey Benson.
I mean, he has leaned into this. We're gonna hope and wait and see for Benson and Brooks. I think though, what I'll say with the Chuba with the Hubbard thing, I just bought him in Dynasty, and I know that Brooks could be back. When I say I bought him for a third and a couple fourths.
It was fucking crazy. If someone did a video about buying Chuba Hubbard like a month and a half ago.
I did.
Weird.
You probably did too, didn't you?
Fucking did.
I did too. I literally did. I think we both did. I think we both echoed a sentiment, which is hard for us to do.
Weird.
If you know where we come from, Mike, part of the Emmanuel Wilson thing, we are very picky with our running backs by nature. We like to have these elite ones. For us both to say Chuba Hubbard, which we know is not elite, is a buy. Interesting. But Jonathan Brooks, though, Mike, when healthy, I can get behind it a little bit. But I don't know. I think the team to me here is maybe it's T-Rock's carrying over to El Gancito. So
he was drafted next to him. I give him a D plus.
I can't give you a plus, buddy. The only plus I can give you is the actual D. All right, that's it. Mr. Wonderful. Let's see if he's gonna, beer pong champion guy supposedly that could do no wrong at the Expo. Let's see how bad he did. Hurts, Bijan, Olave, Ayuk. What do you think the first 4 rounds here?
I cheated. I scrolled down to the whole team.
You can't ask Mike a question like that when he sees it all, huh?
Mr. Wonderful's got a great mustache too.
Yeah, he does. Fair.
A plus.
Yeah,
this team.
This is a team that's double. It's all double cheeked up, waiting, just sitting there for you. I'm with you.
What does double cheeked up mean, by the way?
You see 2 cheeks. They're just ready for the D. Yeah. I don't want to. I'm a little too sober to cut really.
No, I guess I was going to ask if cheek was already plural, but no, because you can have one butt cheek.
You can.
I get it. So double cheeked up does fit. Hey, man, I'm in.
That's okay. Up. I mean, listen, sometimes you have to explain the things that some people don't ask about, and I'm happy to do it. I didn't want to get too egregious into this. Is still a family friendly show. It's very debated, but we try to say so.
It's double cheeked up.
All right, Mike.
Shout out Manscaped, right? If you need to shave your cheeks.
Oh, damn, I don't have that overlay on here, but I'm going to get it up. And while you dissect, I haven't seen any comments on my team. No one gives a shit at all about my team. That's okay. I don't care.
Cody hates it.
Well, we knew that part. That's okay. We can move on from my team. Let's go to Schumer. If you're into drafting all wide receivers and a quarterback that's a receiver, that's what that would look like. Schumer. CJ Stroud, 108. Where you at? You okay with this or no?
I'm okay with it. Yeah, I'm okay with it. Yep.
The only reason I'm okay with it, I will say okay, is if there's market value still attached to him. I feel like right now what I'm seeing is that he's kind of what we're telling you, where he's a very good NFL quarterback. I have no qualms with the talent.
Yeah.
But I just don't think the fantasy upside is matching the
elite
production. So.
But, I mean, he's drafted him as like QB6 off the board, so that's fine. That's okay.
Ahead of CD, Chase, Allen Brown. Now, it's not bad, though. I get you. CD is coming off next, but let's talk about his team. CJ Stroud, Breece Hall, your boy Slim Reaper, and Fields now. Where you at?
The Fields pick was interesting, but I understand it, man.
I'm getting ready to get people. I'm getting ready to get people in, buddy. Mike, I know you've been a Fields guy. Wait till you watch tomorrow. I'm getting ready to hype this fucking thing all the way to the moon.
Fucking buddy. Fantastic picks. James Cook, Devontae Adams, Aaron Rodgers. I don't think you really needed to do that.
I will say it's similar to T-Rock's thing here. Maybe it's just the way we're kind of just stuck in the way we used to do things. Get a QB3. Like at this point, you take Fields where you took him. I feel like I'm kind of leaning into that being solidified. And the other thing is Rodgers to me is like I don't know. He doesn't inspire a lot of confidence. See, this jersey's it's all supposed to be good because Rodgers. No, it's not. Rodgers stinks. He's over. It's done. Amari Cooper though maybe salvage his entire draft at 808, and T.J. Hockenson. You didn't have to have a tight end, but
you didn't have to. But I don't mind it.
If you're gonna take one in the ninth, it's not crazy. Yeah.
Why not the tight end one from last year? So I gave him A-.
Yeah, I think I'm beginning to I don't need Blue Chew right now. It's starting to come back. I'm with B
for
plus
example,
A minus.
Instead of Aaron Rodgers, if you would have took J-Mo.
Yeah, that's why I'm gonna go B. I'm gonna nitpick there, dude. Yeah, come on. That team fucks. It's right there with Mr. Wonderfuls, right? I mean,
as an A+ team, if you would have done that.
Damn it.
Yep.
I mean, I hate to be the one that tells you how to do things, but I might tell you how to do that one.
Yep.
Anyway, Fizzle auto-drafted, left us. RIP to Fizzle and Rashad White. We'll just pretend that didn't happen. CD Puka Drake London. No, if you're into receivers, how about that start?
Not too bad. Drake London over Smitty, though, or Rashee Rice. I'm good. Puka over Odunze.
Drake London is starting to show, though. I get you for sure. Ahead of those two, you could definitely have problems with that. But London's starting to show, at least for me, like the signs we've been wanting of life, or there's actually a pulse here, right?
Yep. Tua, I thought that was I mean, you really putting your balls on the table with this one.
Yeah, Mike, after seeing this Tua pick, there's no way that you can tell me Jaden Reed was putting your balls on the line, because this here...
Putting your nuts on the table.
I mean, Mike, people were telling me in 2022, I mean, you were in this Discord, Tua's done playing football in 2022 when he has had throwing up gang signs. Now, people kind of forgot, and obviously, he had a great year, stayed healthy.
Mm-hmm.
I saw it again, and I hate it for him, but I don't know. I'm not in the business of trying to act like I know what the hell's going to happen with these concussions, buddy. You know?
Trevor Lawrence is playing like shit, but Adam, if I told you Trevor Lawrence or Tua, who are you taking?
Oh my God. You really making me hate this pick now. Just the fact that I have to talk about this aloud. I mean, like, I might take Baker ahead of him to really make you feel gross about everything.
I'd take Baker ahead of him.
And I think so reluctantly, Mike, as reluctantly as a human could, if that was my choices, I'm taking
Drake May or Tua.
I'm taking the blonde-haired goof. Who?
Michael Penix or Tua Tagovailoa.
Michael Penix. Oh, that's all right. You're making me blush, but yeah, I'm very on Penix. Mike, here's the thing. Let's say Tua comes back and plays, which I think will happen. I don't know when. I mean, at this point, like, I think in 2022 we were ahead of ourselves about him retiring, but he at this point now seriously has another one of these, and we don't know what can happen, right? Like, he's got to be on borrowed time with those type of hits, dude.
Yes, I would adamantly defend him that he's still going to play again, and so far I'm proven right by all reports out of there. But listen, you have to knock him down, because he's literally. I mean,
he's hanging by a thread.
If this happened again, Adam.
Like, even if he wants to play, right? Even if he is willing to throw all life caution to the wind, this is the biggest black eye for the NFL right now. And there's going to be a doctor that eventually says you are one of these away from, we cannot let you go play again.
The team doctor won't even fucking clear him.
If you all forget when Luke Kuechly just poured tears out of his eyes because he knew it was over. They told him, this is it. You don't have any more. You're out of lifelines, and
you're out of the cat's got 9 lives. Apparently, you got concussion lives.
Because here's the thing. I mean, now Fizz. I mean, obviously he'd have his day to defend it. He's not here to defend it. But 409 is like not that much further behind where he was probably going in startups.
Yeah, there you go. Fuck it. I don't like that one. I don't like the Pacheco pick.
He was taking dead bodies. He was infatuated with dead bodies, huh?
I ain't doing the Pacheco pick. The Xavier Worthy pick was good. The Mark Andrews pick was good. And even his auto draft pick of Rashad White.
I hate to do this, and I know people are gonna. You might take issue with this. Are we sure Mark Andrews' pick is good?
It's fine. It's fine. Yeah.
Aside from the fact that he's a tight end, which just immediately is like a no-no for me at this point. I think Mark Andrews. I hope he'll figure it out. I think his body's not right. I hope it doesn't appear to be. But like, I don't have a lot of time to wait if you're not TJ Hawkinson personally.
Yeah,
that's my opinion.
I think it's fine though. I'm not that mad at those. His last 3 good.
I also feel like the Andrews pick, if you would have taken that aside, like if you didn't take Tua and Pacheco, maybe at that point you're just leaning in to give me all the injured players and I'll get a high pick. So all right, what are you giving
you
it to me?
A D+.
Fizz, I was It still says auto, and that's how I feel about you right now. Like, I was really hoping this wouldn't happen. You wouldn't make me do this. I think you could make a debate. It's him or his roomie, T-Rock, that are woke tier. Pello, Jamar Chase, Caleb Williams, Nico Collins, DJ Moore. I'll be honest with you, Mike. You can nitpick Caleb, but I like those first 4 picks.
Pello, you know, you and me.
You son of a bitch, you.
You know, you and me. We go back and forth sometimes. You know. Pello.
We have our differences.
A+, buddy.
Wow. I mean, Pello, I can't tell you. For Mike to say that about you, it's your team, because I know it's not you. All right, so you drafted very well. All right, let me just say that part. I think too. Drafting Kamara and Henry were the perfect, seeing how the field's going and getting your aging, crusty 1-year production running backs when you needed to.
In the 9th round.
Yeah, that feels like only because he had that. Their whole offensive line was dead, and he had a bad week last week. That shouldn't happen. Okay.
A+ from Pello.
All right. Well, listen, we have a NFL expert here, NFL scout Cody Carpentier. Let's dissect. Let's give it a scouting report. Amon-Ra, Jordan Love, Dak Prescott, Zay Flowers. Where you at? Right there.
That start, not the worst. That's like a nice B+ start.
Dale, by the way, I promise it's on the screen. We'll leave it there. We're going to just get through these, but trust me, we appreciate the super chat more than you know.
We'll get you, Dale. We'll get you. Ooh, Cody, then Bo Nix.
So what do you think of the first 4? I'm sorry, I didn't quite hear what you said.
I through the first 4, B+.
Okay.
His next 5. Listen, if you're going to lean into it, lean into the quarterback horde. Bo Nix, Michael Penix.
Now lean back.
Dalton Kincaid, I'm not the biggest believer in, but I don't think it's egregious because Kyle Pitts went
he went 603.
8 picks before him, right?
Quick math for a drinker, you know.
You like that? Josh Jacobs, David Montgomery, great values, 8th, 9th round. So, Cody, very solid A- team at the end of the day.
Yeah, I mean,
he's got work to do because he's got to move a quarterback or two.
I get it, and I know, it was a recent acquisition, and Mike's kind of Cody. I'll be honest, and Mike, he has to give you the, it's kind of a lot of this coach speak. I mean, we're hearing and seeing the stuff with McCaffrey. They tell you the most erroneous bullshit. It's just completely lies, and Mike's doing right by the media and trying to do things the political correct way. I get it. I'm not gonna do that. I like the first 4 picks. I get it with Knicks, and I actually, like I said, Penix stung. Like, I don't know about Kincaid personally. Here, like, one of the things for me, right? I'll just say this: if I'm drafting in the quarterback horde, if I'm leaning into it now at 6'11", you don't necessarily know you're gonna. I think you're taking Penix though. These 2 picks, you knew you're taking Penix. I don't believe Barry baited you. Now, you could tell me I'm wrong, and if that's the case, that's fine.
If he makes that,
but here's the thing. Yeah, if I'm going to quarterback, I'm either going to get another quarterback horde going, like add another QB, or like I want something that's not this, like you get like a really, really expensive, nice house. It's awesome, and you sell it for millions of dollars. But you know how many people were willing to buy? It's incredibly finite. Kincaid is like a hard. I believe the tight end position, even though Kincaid is probably one of the ones that has allure, you don't get people to just pay out the nose for tight ends right now, man. I just don't believe that. So to me, attaching that specifically with the quarterback horde would be my qualm. You say what you want about it. I just took receivers, so who am I to tell you? But I really like Montgomery at 902. Like I've not really been a Jacobs guy. I'm on record not being, but what do we see in Josh Jacobs? I get it, it's the 8-11 now, so it's a different conversation, but I don't know.
If it wasn't the 8-11, I wouldn't have graded it so well. But it was fine. It was good. I don't mind it.
I just don't. There's only so many options at the 8-11, I guess. Is the best way I could tell you how I feel about that. All right.
There you go. Last Canadian.
Last Dynasty Berry, you chocolate-covered fucking berry, you. You son of a bitch. Let's see what he did. He stacked up 111, 201. I mean, I will say this.
Joe Burrow.
While in mock draft, Barry took this serious. He stacked early. Like, he damn. What do you think of this?
Let's just go down his team one by one. 112, dub.
Marv,
201,
Kyler,
dub. Joe Burrow, 301, dub.
Waddle,
412, dub.
Really? You got a dub there.
I got a dub. Brian Thomas, dub. McCarthy, Drake May, dubs. George Kittle, no.
I was gonna say Mike's handing out dubs like they're just fucking candy, and I thought he was gonna do it again.
Braylon Allen over Monty and Stevenson, bold, dub.
Barry, I will say, while that is someone's assessment, I hope you know, the drinking is not really the reason I say this, but I wouldn't put a whole lot of stock into that.
That's a big assessment.
Dub. This right here. I just want to make sure that's a dub at 901.
That's a dub.
Really?
Big dub.
Aside from the, I assume that's talking about a letter. What makes you say that? I'm actually kind of curious about this one. I think he's a very
RB1 of the 2024 class. He got it at the 901.
But does that matter if you're not the RB1 of your team?
Hey, Brees is only a man. He's only a man.
I actually got news for you. I will say, speaking of RB1, we have undebatably put the other people in the running back tier, including Saquon, who's fucking God right now, out of the running back one overall discussion. At 205 at Brees Hall, Braylon Allen's a speaking of man, I don't even know if he is a man. He is that dude's a freak. Okay, let me just. But why do I care? Like, I mean, he need to be a someone that I'm actually going to probably be starting weekly with any type of confidence. Something's got to happen to Brees.
That's me knocking on wood.
I was going to say, I hope, because I prayed. Whatever you do, I pray you don't wish that. That
stand alone value.
Oh, Mike.
You like it? Dub in the ninth round. The only thing that makes this not an A+, not my favorite Canadian of the draft, is the George Kittle pick.
I mean, honestly, like at that point, I'm with you. Just don't do it. I'm very much of the like. I'm not here to give you warnings. This is a no warning zone. Tight ends. I'm good. It's 8-12 though. I mean, I don't know. Call me crazy. I also get a lot of shit wrong, but Braylon Allen would be one that the standalone value, buddy. Here, I'm gonna just show you how this works. Okay. That's your take.
Dirty motherfucker.
I love you, buddy. I hate to see you. I'm gonna stick it out with you because you're desperate. But
try to tell people. Try to tell people about.
Here's what I'm gonna do, Dale. It's getting all weird. I need to get over to the regular shit stream. Dale. We're gonna get your super chat up over here because I'm seeing. I feel a little bit like the old Sandor. I'm seeing Ghost. It's a lot of weird, spooky stuff happening over there. Braylon Allen standalone value. I just can't.
Standalone.
I can't unsee it. All right, Dale, and also, thank you. $9.99 from America. Dale B. 12 team start 10. Superflex PPR. I hope you have Braylon Allen. 2 tight end, 0.5 tight end premium. Purdy. Watts? Is that Watson? I mean, to be fair, like I would try to dress it up in any way that is inconspicuous that you own them. Darnold way above Watson by a country mile. Saquon, JT, Aaron Jones, Moss, Mason. Okay, running backs actually are. I like it. Nico, Rice. Oh my goodness. Godwin, Adams, Cooper, Terry, D-Hop, Judy. What do you need us for? Andrew, likely. That part's not as great. Likely not your best part of your team. 3-0 though is shocking. I mean, Mike, are you shocked to see 3-0 with this team? This is nice. And Purdy at quarterback 1 is normally not my nice.
It's not nice, but he hit on Sam Darnold, and Deshaun Watson has been serviceable.
Yeah, I mean that's if you had Watson as your quarterback too,
fucking Aaron Jones. Dude, Nico Rice, Godwin.
If you had Watson as your quarterback too, actually, believe it or not, for fantasy purposes, he's not bleeding tons of value to most superflex options. But what a great option to have sitting in your lap, fucking Darnold in that scenario. Huge. Now, this is where this is actually a good conversation. Okay, so you've loaded, but is it too soon to sell off depth for picks? Should I move off of age? I need picks bad. Well, here's the thing. To be fair, I get you want picks, and you do typically, I don't know if you need them, because if you're winning and you have this type of a team, you don't technically need picks. Now, they're always nice to have, and they're kind of a get-out-of-jail-free card. As far as getting cute here, or getting too cute to sell depth for picks, Mike, this is a good conversation. I think it really truly comes down to what you're netting out of the trade in value for picks. And sometimes people are like, okay, well, what's the market? At a certain point, if the value is good enough, you and I both will say, fuck the market. The market will eventually have to come around to this draft picks value. So what do you say to this question? How much of this team can he sell off? And then what are we looking at?
Out of everything that you had listed here, the only thing I'm selling is Mark Andrews for some draft capital and another tight end back, and I'm leaning into the A-Warp tight end life, and that is
for sure. I don't know that Andrews is any more to be sold that way, but if you can, because there's definitely a chance of you only need one sucker. What if
I told you it was Hunter Henry in a second, or Noah Fant in a second, or
I mean, you might as well put money moves out there right now. I mean, that's
done deal.
That
is my only suggestion.
I do not necessarily know that Andrews currently, especially coming off of the week where he basically didn't play very much, is the one to sell that. But that's the idea. And I think even if it's not this week, fine. But that's essentially what you're definitely trying to do with Andrews here. What I'm definitely not going to do with Andrews personally, unless there's no trades coming to you at all, which I just don't believe. Someone will send you a second or something like that. I'm not trying to wait around and see when Andrews is going to be him again.
Eric, I want to sell. In a second.
Ooh, you went and said that, man. Oh, buddy. The bookie
Let's
man.
Get crusty. Come on, man.
Okay, yeah. Now, it seems crazy because your tight end position. That's all I'm saying. When you look at this team, right, this is I want to say how crazy this probably feels. When you look at this team, you're probably immediately like, well, the tight end position is what you need to address. It is. And it's not in making it better. It's making it less dynasty value attached.
And listen, I'm not selling Andrews for draft capital just so I have draft capital that I plan on drafting in 2025. I'm selling Andrews for draft capital so when it gets to week 9, week 12, week 13, whatever the fuck your trade deadline is, I have a little bit of DC to attach to a Amari Cooper, Terry McLaurin, whatever the fuck it is, right? Whatever people want to buy, where I can make a little bit of an upgrade right before I head into the playoffs.
Mike, if you have rewards on a credit card or something like that where you're piling up value, right? Let's call it.
Hey, I just use those.
Okay.
Today.
So here we go. Perfect discussion. I think one that will hit home for people. A lot of them nowadays, they're getting a little bit cute, right? Similar to this conversation. When you go to cash out, they might give you hey, if you don't take the cash, we have this. This is a gift card. It's basically cash. It's similar to cash. It can act like it actually can do more. You just go straight to the store, you get 5% extra, you buy more. It's better. But why are you giving me free not cash? This ain't cash. It's not cash. The liquid draft capital, Mike, is cash. It's cash is king. Now, the reason most people don't feel that way, especially right now, is because that cash can't go into your lineup, Mike. It's not cash. It can't do that. Oh, I got news for you. This magic trick that we'll show you at some point is going to be just really nice for you. It's not only will it go into your lineup, you can pick what it will be when you want to put it in your lineup. It's like you play checkers, Mike. You get an extra, chip put on top. Double
boom,
king me. Fucking, oh no, what just happened? I think, you should be liquidating that tight end position for sure, because you also don't need it in this team. I think, Mike, here's the thing. The conversation for me is, I'm curious what you think about the receiver position as far as
liquidate Judy.
Okay. Why him?
He's never going to make my lineup. ever. Like, I'm never going to push the button on fucking Jerry Jeudy, dude. If I got to push the button on Jerry Jeudy, my team has gone horribly fucking wrong.
Sure. Now, if it was for 1 week, would you hate it? I mean, you wouldn't like it, but if you only had to push the button on Jerry Jeudy for 1 bye week, you're like, this kind of sucks,
still
but
fucking
I'm fine.
hate it. I'd still hate it.
You would hate it, but I mean, you could stomach it, right? You could have worse things happen to your contenders if Jeudy was a 1 week bye week option, right?
Here's a bold take. Give me the third. Give me the third over Jerry Jeudy.
Braylon Allen. Jerry Jeudy plus Jerry Jeudy plus Jerry Jeudy does not equal Braylon Allen, right?
There you go.
You could triple his ass. That's kind of
you could triple his ass. Sell his ass too.
Well, here's what I will say though about it, right? I get that. What do you think as far as trade away ability? Like, don't you think Jeudy definitely commands the least of this cast of characters here?
Yes.
Which is why if I look at this in a start 10, roster construction probably says 6, 7. You have 3, 6. You have 2 to get rid of. To me, I think the prudent play could be, this also is going to be dependent on what your league would let you do. Can I keep Jeudy as my 6th? Basically, it's in a pinch position. And if I get to this point, this is not ideal. Definitely things didn't break right my way anyway. But I'm not sure that D-Hop is going to save your fucking team either. Like, I don't mind D-Hop, but can I keep Jeudy as my 6th? But can I find a way to liquidate? So in start 10, you should be able to start 5 receivers, right? Every single week. Nico Rice, I'm sorry. You're going to have to fucking pry them out of my cold, dead hands. Godwin, no.
Here's the plug. What if I liquidate Jeudy for a third?
Okay. Let me hear your proposition here. Let me hear your proposition.
I liquidate Mark Andrews for a second and a tight end. I don't give a fuck. Just some dude. Colby Parkinson. I don't fucking care. Right? Like, I get that back. So I got the second and the third. What if then the big brain play, like you said, you need to get rid of a couple of these guys. The big brain play is I take fucking Rashee Rice after he has another 14 fucking targets.
I was going to talk about tearing down.
I take Rashee Rice, those draft picks, and I take Watson or Darnold.
Oh, you're talking about Godfather type shit, huh?
And then I go for Jaden Daniels, Kyler Murray. One of these Konami code quarterbacks to plug in as my QB2 every single fucking week, and Watson or Darnold, whoever the fuck's left, just floats as the number 3.
Holy shit, that was not. I should have seen that curveball. Was not what I thought you were going to do.
Could be
I should have
seen
it coming though.
Like it could be Nico Collins too.
I'll tell you what, Dale. You know what? $10. Listen, I've talked for hours for free. I've done far worse things for less money. I'm gonna really deep dive this. I'm gonna pull up Warp just to also make sure we have all the context here. If you could, Dale, no power tools. I need the tools for you though. Can you give me your username, if you wouldn't mind, if you would oblige, as well as your league for Warp? Because I do think, especially for that conversation, Mike, I'm not going to say that you can't do it if the Warp speaks to it. I think that one, to me, the big brain move that you have there, if the Warp says elite quarterbacks could be fucking death sentence to the league, it's crazy. Yeah, I will call you crazy, but fucking it might just work. But if the Warp isn't like if the Warp isn't super great there, I might tell them not to. So I think that one is Warp dependent, and I like the idea though. I like the creativity in general. Like that's probably what most people are not thinking about doing, especially because right now the quarterback position is like right. Well, that's why I said I should have seen this coming, because I literally see it. I don't even have to see it coming. It's right there. It's right there.
Can't get their shades out.
What was the offer again? So you're saying Rashee, as if
or Nico,
or Nico, okay,
whatever they prefer.
And what?
The draft capital that you get from selling.
So add the second, add the third.
Just add the third.
And you said Darnold or something?
Darnold or Watson, like if they need it.
Here's what I'll say. I get it.
I'll around and find out.
I also, here's the thing. In a lineup start 10, I actually don't when I hear that more, I don't mind that play at all. I just feel like in a lineup start 10, it's kind of like Coinstar. I feel like it's annoying as fuck, but you take the coins to Coinstar, they're gonna give you
Coinstar.
They're gonna take a percentage, of that, but you're gonna get the thing you need in this format. Like the third and the second and the. I don't think that speaks to someone as like actual add-on value in this format as much as most. Now, at the same time, you probably at that scenario, if you can strike though when that person is gaped, they are desperate, maybe. But I think what I was well, here, let's see if we get the here it is, league ID, buddy. Let's go. Team, fast cars, and freedom. Really, Mike? Fast cars and freedom? That sounds it's got a ring to it, huh?
Rascal Flatts song, by the way.
Y'all
don't know nothing about them Rascal Flatts.
I'm not a country guy. I have heard that one. I've heard the name of the song. I couldn't tell you if I could played.
I could belt some Rascal Flats. You know what I'm saying?
Mike. Actually, I do know what you're saying there.
Makes the hose wet.
Really? Okay, wait. Yeah. What's his team? I see the league ID. I don't know. I don't think that works for our.
I don't know. We'll fuck figure it out.
Well, we can do a what do you call that? Verification, ID verification. We have to go the back way through the lab to find it, but we can get there. These things are traceable, Mike, you give us any piece of information, we fucking find you. I mean, I will find you.
Nothing yet.
I will kill you. I mean, it doesn't always happen the first time. You have to make a lot of mistakes before you get it right,
Right.
What is your league name? What if it's Dale B again? Like, remember how it was super easy last time?
It was so obvious.
Dale B, nose pickers? What? Wait. No. Oh, dude, that would have been so awesome. Oh, Dale.
Oh, Dale. It's a guy who definitely doesn't have the warp tool, who's never utilized it.
It's okay, Dale. Even if you don't, I'm actually giving you a better version than the free trial right now. Like, I'm going to give you light shout out to Rashi is all. Oh, little shout out to Rashi is all. Dale B, I appreciate your shouting out of Rashi. I did take him at 306, so I'm with you here. But help me help you. I need your username.
We're still waiting.
I need the passcode. The thing's going to blow up soon. Beaver44. Dude, Barry is, I'll be honest with you, I've never seen Barry's face, and I'm convinced that if Barry decided to turn on me, Mike, my entire life would just done in an instant. It's over.
You're dead?
I wouldn't even have a discussion. We're done. We're cooked.
You're dead.
Is that actually correct?
No. I don't think so.
Shit, you're right, Barry. My bad. I'm so confused. Well, I see that Fantasy Life. What's one more? Trade Anonymous. Oh, is this not a sleeper league? Hold on.
Could be.
What league is this? Oh, Dale, is that why he gave me the ID? Mike, this is our we have a very big hatred for this whole thing. This is
our giant blind spot.
That's so awesome.
I forget that fucking
Mike, can I tell you the thing? I'll tell you the thing. This happened to me literally last night. I'm doing a live stream for BDG, and Mike, without someone else there to tell you that you're muted, you're fucked. Mike, I'm talking for 15 minutes to the wall. Now, inherently, I'm doing that behind closed doors anyway. It's no different, but I'm just literally talking to no one, and that's how I kind of feel here. We had it the whole time. We just are not always the sharpest individuals. I may never be one, but let's see here. Okay, let's try this MFL login. Now I really feel like a fish out of water. Login failure. This is fun. Dale, that's his username. Biva is this a sleeper league? I didn't see the team Fast Cars and Freedom in there. This is riveting, dude. This is riveting stuff right now.
Riveting.
The Chattanooga Push Pops. That's pretty goated. The highest bidder, Tradeholics Anonymous. What's one more in that fantasy life?
He said it's the Chattanooga Push Pops League.
And that was the confusion. It was a D at the end. That was what it was. I can help with the whole pan
We're
dilemma
back
here.
Hey, this looks like his team that he just listed off. I love it.
The lab can confirm. The lab results are back.
We're back.
You don't have a disease that's going to stick with you for the rest of your life.
It's a 10-team league.
Wait. No, can't be. Scroll down. Keep scrolling. That's it. Sometimes that lab will get a little stuck on you, you know?
10 teams.
No.
10 team.
Mike, don't make me have to angrily confirm that that's actually true.
The league's 10 teams.
Dale, did you just try
quarterback 1?
Dale, I pray that you didn't try to sneak one by us, because one thing that you can't do, because we will screw it up so much, we will embarrass ourselves, but you can't sneak one past us.
I only see 10 teams. Only goes down. Sam Presti.
You know what? Maybe Mike, maybe they orphaned them.
10 teams.
Maybe they orphaned those other 2 teams. That's all, right?
I don't. I'm just throwing it out there.
Well, I will say,
exact fucking team you
either
listed.
Dale told us a white lie, or JCap needs to fix the entire system.
He was like, Mike and Adam, they fucking hate 10-team leagues.
Let's just we're gonna listen. We're just gonna ignore the fact that let's just don't tell them it's that.
And literally, like, Zakanoff is right. Literally doesn't have a single pick, like fucking none. So when he says he needs picks back,
well, I will say you still don't need picks. That being said, though, you have done what's tough here, and that is you got rid of all of them. You leaned into it. You took Mike's advice. You leaned into just fuck them picks. So is this a 10-team start 12? Is this just like a little bit of a yeah?
Maybe.
Like, I'm all ass backwards. I'll just tell you this: in a 10-team, I also don't care about the quarterbacks, so it's okay. But like, I have to do a lot of mental gymnastics right now. That's jet lag. I'm fucked right now. Even just trying to think about this. Okay, 10-team. Mike, I'm not doing the Jaden Daniels thing. I hate to tell you. We can throw that fucking. We could take that as a great idea in 12-team. And I think we save that for another person, another day that has a similar problem. Probably will never come, but it was a great idea. Just that's not applicable here. I personally don't think. Fuck that in 10-team. Oh my god, 10-team. Okay, so I think in 10-team though, Mike, Godwin, Adams. 10-team also, Mike, a third doesn't do shit. Who gives a fuck about your thirds? And
no.
People mostly don't care about seconds even in 10 teams. They're like, fuck them seconds.
No.
I think you need to package what you can. You got to try to get a first, though. I think that's the thing. You got to probably sell higher than you want to 4D this thing.
Yeah. Yeah, you go to the Adam 83 offsuit, who's currently starting Noah Gray as his second tight end.
Dude, you talk about A-Warp tight end life, buddy.
You love that shit?
Except for he is a liar because he's Sam Laporta, so that this doesn't work. But okay, yep, I like it.
And then you bend him over.
He does in a 10-team, though, carry the roster Skylar Thompson. Talk about a roster clogger. Holy hell.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, I got to stop. Adams. The length of these benches and some of the people that are being rostered in this, holy Santa Claus shit, buddy. All right. What we need to do is we got to pick your prey. All right. We got to start. We got to really backtrack, and then we can get the Rev engine going again here. 10-team. Okay, Mike. So I think when you look at this team, in a 10-team, Godwin is great as a flex. Nico, Rashi, Adams, I'm good with all that, right? Amari Cooper, I think even still as my last flex would be fine. And I know you just said you're in Ontario. In 10-team, I'm completely good. That's where I draw the line. Like, Amari, I'd probably like to upgrade if I could, but Terry, I'm just not. Can't do it. What do you think?
Yeah. I think in this one, especially with the way the season has started, JT, Saquon, you're good. You're starting them. Chris Godwin's fine being in the starter. Amari might be fine, but that last flex spot with Terry McLaurin, I'm trying to make that into a running back.
So let me ask you this. I mean, all right. I do, listen, like Joe says sell Terry. I'm going to say this too. It sounds nice. And there's a Mike out there. But in a 10-team league, I just don't think that's actually really actionable discussion. People still don't think he's better than Rashid Shaheed, and I'm not even here to go down that road. I'm just telling you that in a 10-team, it's just not likely to get a lot of bidders. I think, Mike, there's a couple of different ways you could skin this cat, so to speak. I think here's like Chris Godwin, right? He's getting, if he can't do any more on the field to help boost his dynasty production or his dynasty value, right? Like we're hitting the wall of where the fuck he can go in dynasty value, right? Realistically, I mean, he can't continue to be him every week to this point. Like actually, that team looked like it wasn't going to score at all, and Godwin still had a good day. So he's capped. I think that's a guy that's probably not the best sell because he's extreme production. Nico and Rashi, while I don't want to in a 10-team probably give up those guys, Mike, can I do this? Can I tear down realistically when those guys are at absolute fucking larceny value to DK in a first type thing?
Yep.
I think the play here is almost like understanding in this 10-team format, which is hard for me to speak to since I don't actually play, but I answer so many questions. It's just gross. Mike, but understanding the kind of the levels in which I'm getting value and production into my lineup, but able to get off of some of the elite dynasty value. Like right now, Nico and Rashi are getting. Speaking of our good friends, we almost had a whole show without talking about our good friends over Keep Trade Cut. Let's see what we got. How high up are they cooking, dude? How high? Go ahead. What do you got? You 40?
You go to Tito 15, and you offer him Nico or Rasheed for Deebo Samuel and James Cook.
That is interesting. That's definitely an option. I don't mind that. Now, James Cook, like here's the thing. In a 10-team, while we talk about running backs and not 10-team, Mike, I'm a little less running back choosy. I'm a little more willing to lean into the really good running backs, so the ones that I think are going to be warp hammers. So I don't mind that one at all. Who has? I'm trying to see what are we working with here? We have some serious wide receiver lovers. You can just tell. Like Mac Dog has AJB, Puka, Marv, Ayuk, Zay. You got
Mike Evans.
BETOC. Yeah, he has Amon-Ra, Malik, Smitty. Those probably are going to be tough targets. Where's DK hiding? It's hard to hide a guy as big as DK, you know?
Bumba Bakalat.
Right down there at the bottom? Dude, right? Huh?
Last.
Mike, there's Pickett. I see some things that we could thing with. I see a thingy here. Don't do Pittman. I'm not willing to try that out. But, dude, can you
DK?
You going to talk about 4D? Never mind. He's already pick ordered. He understands I was like, can we get this dude? Can we get this dummy to give us his pick? And really fuck him?
He's already got all the picks.
Yeah, he's already beaten us to that punch. Sam Presti has the others. So but DK though, Mike, is an option. Let's not talk the pick route because that's probably not happening. DK's a guy though in a build like this that you probably want to get off of, right? And I bet you at the right time, Nico Collins and Rashi especially might speak a little differently. I don't know of these first though which one is. I don't even care if it's Bevis, who's the GOAT team. I think that's what you probably have to do because then now I can take this first, and in this economy where picks are being hoarded, you're going to be one of the only ones that has a first to play with. Like right now, 2 teams. This is important dynamics of leagues to think about. Right now, 2 teams have 6 firsts in this league, right?
Out of 10.
So you get 1. I mean, I'm not a math magician, but that's 7. That's a lot of the first. So right now, Mac Dog still has his. He's probably a team that needs to rebuild. Who else has his first? Adam, 83 offsuit, and Jay Gopp, and everybody else is gone. So the thing is here, what you're trying to do is basically bolster the rest of your team while basically not necessarily bleeding a lot of upside from Rashee Rice. You also could truly, we could talk about this till we're blue in the face. Like, there's also a scenario where sometimes the best move is just to not make one that's not, you don't have to force something necessarily here. I would like to. I definitely would like to do, there's some things I would like to try to do to this. It's like, speaking of double cheeked up, I see just infinite possibilities. But sometimes you just lay off. You don't have to do it week 3 either. Because here's what I will say about it too, Mike. Teams are already gutted with fucking injuries, right? And it does feel like it's at least a little more injury season than most this early. Like, you know what's going to happen when bye weeks are coming up and there's all these injuries?
Yep.
Desperation, even in a 10 team, which is, it's hard to believe. You should have replacements for days. People might get a little more desperate for replacements, and I think you might be a little bit, you might have a little more options. I will say, though, Saquon and JT, Mike, I'm not touching those guys. Those guys are just the motor of my scoring.
Ride them till they die.
Fuck it. You can't, nope, nothing you can do. Fuck you.
Yes, sir. I'm with you. That was a lot of talk to finish the show on a 10-team league. Just know how much we love you, Dale.
So, Dale, let me try to sum this up as best as quickly humanly possible. Can I tear down Nico or Rice to get a first and a player that's probably got not quite as much upside, but it's close, to then basically use that first now as liquidity to get you out of a pinch or make your last flex spot better? Or obviously the case could be if it gets gifted to you, you would love to package these players up. And a 10-team consolidation is all the name of the game. So if you have a chance to package up Terry and Cooper and fucking a tight end in a double tight end format, like to go get a legit receiver, that should never be a question. Fuck the picks even at that point. Who cares? That's not even a conversation. So always be looking for that craft will tear up if someone will gift it to you. But here's what I'll say. I don't think when you get rid of if the cupboard's completely bare and you don't have a lot of money, like, you're not going to just stockpile this thing back up. It's not, you ain't going to the store and just loading up. So sometimes you just lean into it. You've already kind of done this deal. I mean, you don't have any picks until 2028?
Ride it out.
I mean, you're kind of pot committed. I don't know what else to say.
Too late.
I mean, you can be crafty with it, but eventually you're going to be just middleman in these picks. So I hope that helps. It probably didn't, and that's okay. I tried. That's what I always tell people. I tried, but
for far too long.
I tried so hard. I can't sing. I can't give you any advice, Dale. If you want the money back, I can't do that for you because we tried. $10, well worth your $10 to just hear us mutter nonsense about your league. What else, Mike? I think it's probably time to. It's wow.
It's time. I got piss.
You know, it's kind of. Mike really lets me know it's actually every week how much he doesn't want to be. The piss thing is like, listen, I already was sick of you, but I have a third leg that's literally going to start dripping water. Get me out of the show.
2 hours.
I'll help.
I gotta go.
2 hours, dude. That's. You know how much we love you.
38
2 hours. Mmike's still wearing the Jaden Daniels.
Like fucking swole.
He's sweating his ass off and trying to sweat out of his. You know what? I don't know what else to tell you. It's week 3. Week 4's here, buddy. Mike, holiday season.
We're here.
Dude, I'm so excited. Oh my god, I'm so excited. Is this real life?
10 more weeks till the playoffs.
Pinch me. It's 10 teams. We're talking with 10 teams. Pinch me. I'm so fucking happy. I actually am, though. We'll see you back here, same time, same place, to potentially do another draft, yell at each other like last week, or discuss 10 teams if we get a super chat. Love you. Peace.